Someone special in your life who deserves the best quality. I'm Winnie Magnan Marvel, owner and president of Alvin Magnan Jewelers. Make your shopping experience the very best it can be by feeling the magic of Alvin Magnan Jewelers. We've been here since 1890 and we still want to be your jeweler.
Maybe I'm picky, but I want it all. I want to have fun. I want to feel safe and secure. And I want to know that if something really bad happens, I'll be okay. That's why I drive an S70 from Volvo of Tampa. My lease is only $3.99 a month and my S70 is fully loaded, so I'm taken care of, and I live within my budget. You should go to Sonic's Volvo of Tampa during the grand opening sale of the new millennium. It's every woman's dream come true.
Blast into the new millennium with a jet boat or wave runner from Barney's Yamaha. Barney's already has the 2000 models. That's right, they're here and ready to ride. It's just what you and your family need. A new wave runner or jet boat from Barney's Yamaha. We have 3 locations.
We needed to get that one to close out the first half of the year. Now we're starting on the second half, and you know, we've got to continue to play better, and that's the thing that we haven't gotten this year is consistency, but we'll need it this week. Kansas City is a better ball club than New Orleans. They're playing with a lot of focus, and we're going to need to match that.
Hopefully the atmosphere that we have going right now will continue and things will continue.
Well, welcome back to In the Locker Room with Jorge and the Truth. We are here at the West Shore Plaza. Carl always says we like to wing it on this show, and we have some big wings for you right now. 2 special guests, a little bit of a surprise this morning. Todd Washington, offensive lineman, Anthony Booger McFarland, the rookie defensive lineman, and as always on the end, Jorge and Carl. We'll start the questioning off. We'll let you, because I know you've been thinking for a while.
Well, all right. First of all, I'll start first man to my right. Anthony, welcome to the show. Everybody wants to know, how did you get the nickname Booger?
When I was about 3 years old, my mom gave the nickname. She said I was bad, a little pissed. A lot of people, I think I got it a different way, but that's the way I got it.
It's funny because I can't picture him being little at all. Even as a small child, I can't picture Anthony being little.
I'm just hoping as we're sitting here, because there's a lot more weight now on this end of the table, we may start leaning this way. Todd, talk to us a little bit about yesterday's game, or excuse me, Sunday's game. George injured, and you went in.
Well, I think the New Orleans game was a great game for us. It finally showed the league and our fans that we do have an explosive offense, and we had the talent just like we had in the preseason. Nothing changed, and we got it done. And Jorge got hurt a little bit in the game, and I stepped in, and that's my role. Whenever someone goes down, whether it's center or either guards, I go in and take over, and hopefully when I do come in, I don't want to be the weak link, and we'll keep rolling, and hopefully good things will happen.
Coach Ditka had mentioned, and we talked a little bit earlier, that he felt you guys just blew his team off the football.
Well, I mean, we wanted to make a statement out there. We got tired of being mediocre, scoring only 3 points, field goals. Nothing changed. Our personnel were the same during training camp and during the preseason, and we know we were capable of scoring a lot of points on teams, and we just haven't gotten it done. But we went out there and dedicated ourselves to that football game, and we made a point out there that day, and hopefully we can keep it going this week.
Anthony, let's talk a little bit about your role in the offense. Something new for you.
That's a little something new. I actually did play a little fullback back in college, so just kind of bringing back old memories.
What about your year so far? I'm sure you probably like to be playing a lot more, but there's some studly guys in front of you there on the defensive line.
Well, it doesn't bother me that much because of the guys in front of me are all that talented. I just sit back, and when it's my turn to go in and contribute, I go in and do the best that I can. I'm in a good situation whereas I don't have to come in and make an immediate impact. I just come in and spell those guys and play sparingly and just kind of keep getting my feet wet. And when it's my time to really do my thing, I will.
Any special feelings for you going back to Louisiana in the Superdome?
That was the first time I actually played in the Superdome, so it was a good feeling. Had a lot of family, a lot of friends there. It's good to be back in the boot as always. Just had a lot of fun there. I'm glad to get a win.
Let's talk about the offensive line. There had been some things written about you guys perhaps not playing up to your potential, but things kind of changed in that New Orleans game.
Yeah, I think, most of it probably falls on me because, I probably haven't been having the year that I've expected, and, I've had some penalties and stuff, and it's been tough, but it's part of the game. It's part of life. Only thing you can do is just keep working hard and fight through adversity, and my best games are yet to come, and I felt New Orleans was a start for me, and just keep pushing ahead.
Speaking of fighting through adversity, your quarterback, Trent Dilfer, I thought, did a very good job, not only physically on the football field, but mentally also after being benched and coming back in and playing a good game.
Yeah, he showed up big for us, and I think he stepped up and played his game and did a lot of things that I guess at the beginning of the season weren't going his way. And again, he faced adversity and he fought right through it, and he led us to a great win.
From the Tampa Tribune, we have Roy Cummings, who is also going to join us on the show. All of us will be right back after we take this time out.
Be sure and listen to the Mike Allstott Show Monday nights at 6 on 1250 WDAE, the sports animal.
And welcome back to the West Shore Plaza. Don't forget that you can join us here every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, and that is when we tape the show In the Locker Room with Jorge and the Truth. George has something on his mind that has to do with college nicknames.
Well, I've always been interested in this. I wanted to ask Todd, knowing, your Hokies are in the hunt for a national title, can you explain to me what is a Hokie?
That's a good question. That's a real good question. Hokies really doesn't have a meaning. It's a mascot is a turkey. Everybody knows that. But the actual nickname for Hokie came when Bill Dooley was the football coach at Virginia Tech. Their names were the Fighting Gobblers. And it was on Lane Stadium. And one day he went to a basketball game, and a fan just started yelling, "Look at our Hokies run up and down the field." And that's how our nickname caught on with us. It's a lot easier saying the Fighting Gobbler. It's a lot easier than saying turkeys. So Hokie stuck with us, and that's what we are.
One of the big keys in the game against the Saints, let's go back to the defense. Anthony, you guys able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, that's been a big part of our game all along. As long as we can go out and stop teams from running the ball and get them in a passing mode, and then we can get sacks and fumbles and get some interceptions, and that's kind of fuels our team,
Offensively, McDonald coming up big against the Saints also.
Yeah, he stepped his game up when we really needed him, and he had a great game. He got his first touchdown, and I'm pretty sure he's excited about that, and he came through for us.
You guys, let's talk a little bit about the momentum. And you mentioned earlier, it seems as though it's a must-win every week, but the Saints definitely one that you have to have as you get ready for Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was an attitude that we went up there. We had to come away with the win. We were not going to be denied. And the same goes for this week. We got Kansas City coming to our house, and we got to have a win. We can't let them come in here, and it's a great defense. We're just going to have to come in with the same attitude and not be denied.
On this show every week, we like to get into what you guys do away from the football field, and we always let George talk about that.
Well, this week, Patrick Haight visited the VA hospital, and let's take a look at that right now.
Helping Hands, sponsored by Lakeland Auto Mall. Our family is here to serve you.
This is the James A. Haley Health Fair, and it is a day-long celebration of health and wellness for our veterans. It's very much a community project where we have both business and medical community support for the event. So I welcome you. Thank you for coming. We have a lot on the agenda today for our vets. It really is a showcase and a preview for them of some of the wonderful health education and wellness promotion activities that we have here for our veterans here at the hospital.
I just want to say thanks for having me out here today. All the veterans that come out here today that won our autographs and this all goes for a good cause for the vets. And first of all, it's my day off, and I'm just very happy to be spending it here doing this to help the veterans.
Thanks, Patrick. And coming up next in the locker room, none other than The Truth Is. So we'll be right back.
In the Locker Room with Jorge and the Truth is sponsored in part by Jay Alexander's. The Truth Is, sponsored by Lindell Honda Volkswagen, where people make the difference.
Hey, Carl, how long do you practice before a game?
Well, the truth is, we only get one day a week off, and that's Tuesday. That's when I'm here doing the show. So that's the only time I get a break from football. So basically, I'm practicing football every day except Tuesday.
Hey, Carl, when are you going to be back in the game?
Well, the foot is feeling a lot better. I'm out of the cast, off the crutches, and I'm back able walking again, so that's a plus. Hopefully I'll be able to come back this coming week against Kansas City, up running a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see. That's the truth.
Hey, Carl, when you be the dad?
The truth is, look at how adorable she is. Of course I'd want to be a dad. Doesn't everybody?
And we are, of course, in the West Shore Plaza. You can be here. Come join us. We are here every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Joined by Roy Cummings from the Tampa Tribune, making his second appearance on this show, so somebody likes him. Roy, thanks for coming back, and give us your thoughts about the game against the Saints.
Well, you know, you had to be encouraged by what the offense did. You know, this team's been waiting all year to explode offensively, and they did it. And, you know, I think these two guys on either side of me had an awful lot to do with it. The play of the offensive line, it had been an area of concern for a while, and but they really came through the other night. They really blew the Saints off the ball.
I was going to ask you about the offensive line because I believe it was in last week's paper you had written an article about the offensive line, and if you'd like to talk a little bit about what your thoughts were at that point.
Yeah, I talked with both Todd and Jorge about what was going on with the line. It wasn't, I think one of the problems was communication, if I'm not mistaken, Jorge. Everybody wasn't really listening to Tony Mayberry, who's really the signal caller there, and I think they corrected that problem, and as well as playing just a little bit better physically.
If there's a problem with the communication, I mean, how does that happen?
Well, you know, sometimes me and Frank Middleton, you know, we've been guilty of this, is you know, you start seeing things out there and then you start in your own mind making, you know, your own call, and you can't do that.